Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Brad and this is TrailRecon. And on this series of videos, we are following along with the San Diego Jeep Club as they are building this awesome overland rock crawler Jeep JK. And today I've got Amy with me. She is the guest star with the San Diego Jeep Club. Amy, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, no problem, thank you.
Now you are a Jeep owner and you've been kind of volunteered to kind of help out doing this install today. What kind of Jeep do you have?
I have a 2007 JK, two-door.
Okay, awesome. And you're not doing this by yourself today. You've got some helpers?
Yeah, I actually brought along my pit crew with me.
Your pit crew, all right. What we call your kids, right?
Technically, yeah, my kids, but also my pit crew.
Yeah, they're always off-road with you, so it's really a kind of a family affair. I love it. So, and let's talk about what we're doing today, guys. We are installing LizardSkin's sound deadening, ceramic coat, and top coat. We're gonna rip out the entire interior. We're gonna pull out the carpet, we're in the seats, the top's gonna come off, and we're gonna be putting all this stuff in. Now they've supplied us with everything we need, including a sprayer and a mixer. This should be a pretty easy installation. Now it is a 3-day process. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We're pretty confident that the doors on this Jeep have never come off before, which is almost a crime. So they required a lot of motivation to finally come out of there. Amy, you've taken carpet out of a Jeep before.
Yes, we actually took all the carpeting out of our Jeep. And yeah, I kind of like this one. It smelled a little funky.
Kyle, do you think they were going to be this easy to take out?
No. Ours are way easier.
Whoa, anybody want some gum? Ooh, I think I found your funky smell.
It's nasty, there's everything in there.
After 5 years of things collecting, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's basically it.
There were a lot of tabs and bolts we had to remove while stripping out the interior, and John was really good about documenting and tracking them all to make sure life would be a lot easier when it comes time to put everything back together. Removal of the center console requires you to pull off the 4-wheel drive transfer case shift knob. To do this, you have to pull straight up with a lot of force, so we devised a little makeshift contraption to make life easy. So this was supposed to be quick, ripping stuff out, taking seats out. What's going on? Why was that so tough?
It's a little harder than we thought.
Yeah, those bolts were hard to turn. Your kids were doing great though. They were really in there working it hard.
Troopers.
Yeah, what's going on next, John?
So next we're going to scuff up the interior. We're going to take a wire brush to a drill and just make sure we get all the dirt, debris, loose paint up and get that all clear. We'll get everything out so we make sure you have a clean surface. Then we're going to start tying up some of the wires that run inside the Jeep. Make sure we got everything up off the surface of the Jeep.
Sure, right. Well, we ready to spray that stuff on there and get started?
Let's do it.
Yep, let's do it.
And we're taping these up or tie wrapping them?
I have the string. So we're going to just tie them up and tie them right to the thing as high as we can get them. All this stuff down here, we're going to just plastic wrap and wrap it up.
These guys have been working so hard in prepping the surface. They've been scuffing it all up. They got the sanders and the grinders out to make sure they've got a good surface. Now they're in there with the degreaser and making sure there's no dust on there, so we've got a good surface to lay that first coat on. We've got all the wires up out of the way. All we need to do is tape it up and then we're ready to start spraying.
Kind of tape across here. Just don't go below here, or you can just wrap it up underneath there because we're going to spray inside there. Yep.
There are many bolt holes and bolts sticking up in the floor. Tape works great for the bolts, and jamming in some tin foil into the holes we found out worked really well. Well guys, it is day 2. We actually had a compressor issue. We weren't able to regulate the air coming out to 55 to 70 psi, which is what we need to spray on that first coat of sound control. So we had to wrap it up and call it quits, which really was kind of disappointing because I know Amy and her pit crew, her 2 kids, man, they worked really hard and they were really looking forward to putting on that first coat. I got John over here, he's getting everything prepped, and we're gonna put on that first coat. Let's get started.
All right, now we're going to open up and get our sound control product ready. We're just going to open up the canister here. All right, and then we have our supplied mixer. They said that we want to mix it with a consistency that's pretty smooth, low RPMs, and they said it'll take about 2 minutes to get to that consistency.
One of the great things about the LizardSkin product is it actually cleans up really well with just some warm water. The LizardSkin gun we are using is able to handle the thick viscosity of the coating of the sound control and the ceramic insulation. Typical spray guns just are really not engineered to handle the thickness of these kind of materials. They recommend your air pressure for the gun to be 50 to 70 psi, with 55 being optimal. We found it necessary to really kind of keep a close eye on the compressor during the whole process. Spraying on the sound control was fairly straightforward. Keep the spray gun moving and lay down as even a coat as you can. There is a supplied mil gauge that you can check the coat with just to make sure that you're hitting that 20 mil mark. We did have to fill up the gun about 6 to 7 times to get the one layer on the Jeep. Just remember to keep the product covered and keep mixing it through as you go along. We can't overemphasize enough that when you are done using the gun that you need to pull it apart and give it a good thorough cleaning. The last thing you want is for the gun to get all gummed up before you apply your next application. Okay, so good tip then. Make sure it's
there we go.
Make sure it's really, it was pretty clean, but even enough in there just to gum it up, huh?
Yeah, so lesson learned, make sure you guys are cleaning this out as much as possible before you put it back on, or just leave it not on there.
Good to go. John, it's day 3 now, and the sound control is done. The 2 layers are on. Took a little over 2 hours. What do you think?
Yeah, it came out really good. The texture is pretty solid in most places.
Yeah.
I was expecting a rubbery feel to it, but it didn't. It actually hardened up into a nice shell. So I'm looking forward to really what it sounds like, or what it not sounds like out when we get on the trail.
Yeah, I think the coverage is great. It's smoother than I expected.
Yeah,
it's really
much
nice.
smoother.
Now, It does move a little bit though, right? You noticed something when we were picking up some old scraps?
Yeah, so in the areas where we removed the drain plugs from the Jeep, there was some dirt that was underneath, and the overspray caught some of the dirt. So here's it right here. You see it's actually holding the dirt together, and it's really flexible.
Yeah.
So that's really going to eat up a lot of the sound coming from the undercarriage of the Jeep.
Yeah, it's going to be quieter than it was for sure.
Absolutely.
A lot of coverage on it. So, all right, so now we're going to apply that ceramic coat and get that heat insulation today, right?
Yep, that's what we're going to do today.
Okay, let's do it.
It's so much lighter. Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. The ceramic coat was a more fine solution when sprayed on, and we did start to notice a little overspray, so we devised a makeshift tent to keep down the overspray in the shop. The few days that we were in the shop, it was always great to have folks from the San Diego Jeep Club stop by and see how the progress was going and lend a little bit of a hand. So John, the ceramic coat is done, man. How you feel about it?
It looks real good. We finally got finished. This is the second layer. First was the sound control. Second was the ceramic insulation. Now we're going to move on to our third part, being the top coat.
And a little rattle can.
Yep.
This should be a lot easier, right?
Should be a lot easier. We don't have to prep a lot of the can. We just get this going and spray it right on.
Okay, do we have to do 2 coats of this or just 1?
I think we can do 1 coat. We're just going to kind of layer it in. We'll see how it turns out.
Okay, you do half, I'll do the other half?
Sounds good.
Let's do it. We started out using these spray gun can handles for the top coat because we thought it would be easier, but they actually started causing dripping, so we quit using them. The spray can nozzle that it comes with works great. It was really rewarding to finally remove all the tape and plastic and to see the final product of all the hard work that everybody had put in. So John, after 4 days and a whole lot of labor, man, it's finally finished. What do you think?
Finally done. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Like you said, it was a lot of labor trying to get the prep work done, applying the product over several days, getting it done, but I'm really happy we're done.
Yeah, Amy and her pit crew, her kids, that first day, man, that was a huge help.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're going to do this, you're definitely going to want a lot of people to help you remove that interior, to get that done as quickly as possible.
Absolutely got to set some time aside, guys, if you're going to be doing this. Yeah. So excited to get it out on the road?
I'm excited to get out on the road. I want to get the seats in there. I want to get out there and see, how much that noise gets reduced inside the cab of the Jeep, and also how much temperature gets reduced from the ceramic insulation.
It's got to be significant. I mean, this is great stuff. And
it is
a lot of coverage over everything. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. What is next? I know we got some things in store.
Next, we got a couple things coming up. We got the Prp Seats. Those are going to be suspension seats. There's going to be buckets in the back as well as in the front. So it's going to be a unique look for the Jeep. We're going to be installing some lighting from JW Speaker. We'll be upgrading our headlights, getting some additional off-road lighting in there. We're also going to be doing some roll cage components from Rock Hard. That's going to allow us to put in our harnesses that allow us to use the bucket seats.
All good stuff, man. That's going to be awesome. If folks want to find more information about what we did here today, where can they go?
Yeah. So if you want to find out all the details, follow along with the video, go to sdjc.rocks. I'm going to have all the components, contents, tools that we use, all the little gotchas and things that we went along with the process of the installation. I'll have it on that site.
Awesome. And a big thanks to LizardSkin for helping with this build and the sponsorship. That was a huge benefit to this project. Yeah. And hey, if you're visiting the channel for the first time, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you as a member of the TrailRecon team. And until next time, we'll see you out on the trail.